All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Iconic Video Games Podcast. I'm your host, Axel1324. And Axel is alone today for a while. Death Dealer will be here sporadically as she is busy doing an event. Doggy Dog is out and about supporting his child at a parade, as all good parents should. So nothing wrong with any of that, guys. So for the most part, this is going to be a solo show today. How unique. This is going to be my first one, so I'm sorry if I'm nervous, if I talk a lot, if I mumble. I've never done a solo show before, so this is going to be the first one, guys. Of course. So today is Black Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving. So for all my Americans out there, happy belated Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday. I hope some of you got some sweet Black Friday deals. Chat, let me know how your Thanksgiving went. Let me know what your Black Friday buys were. If you bought any for yourself, I mean, don't tell me what you bought. Some of the people you might be giving them to, as I don't want them to discover it early. You know what I mean? Let them be surprised. But as always, guys, so let's go over it. So my Thanksgiving was great. We spent it with my mom at her house, which is 30 minutes from my house. And it was a packed house. There was like 20 of us there. My mom loved it, of course, right? And she baked us delicious turkey, delicious, mashed potatoes and gravy, and all kinds of fixings, lots of pies, all that good stuff. Oh my God, we were so full. My wife and I got home, and we went straight into a food coma and went right to bed. Like, we were in bed at 8:00 last night because we were just like, oh, I don't want to move. Me either. Want to go to sleep? Yeah, let's go to sleep. So we just went to bed. And then, and so today, though, was Black Friday. So we woke up at 5:00 in the morning to go find some deals. And unfortunately, people were lined up way before 5. I didn't think Black Friday was still that big of a deal. Apparently it is. Some people were lined up as early as like 4:00 at the store we went to. And, we got there like 5:30, maybe 30 minutes before they opened, because we didn't think it was that serious, right? Well, were we wrong. People showed up and they took the stuff and we didn't get it. But we didn't let that bring us down. We still went and shopped around, and we bought some cool little toolboxes. Let's see, what else did we buy? We bought some tools that I needed to do today. We went to another store and we bought some. We didn't buy a lot. I bought another monitor for my setup, but that's a Christmas present from me to me. Went to GameStop, ended up getting Fires of Rubicon, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It was only $20. Can't pass that up. That's such a good deal. And I've really been wanting to play that. As you know, I'm a huge FromSoft fan. And then wife, help me out. What all did we buy? Then we met up with my stepdad and my uncle, as they were going to help me do some stuff in the attic today. Took them to IHOP because, got to collect those IHOP points for those Xbox cups. So we went to IHOP, ate some of that. And then the rest of the day, we spent it, me, my stepdad, and my uncle spent it in the attic and on ladders, doing all that. Oh, my wife and I also put up our Christmas tree. It is 12 feet tall. It is such a huge Christmas tree. I've never had a big Christmas tree. So, yeah, so much fun. I'm loving the big Christmas tree. My wife says it's too big, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like the movies. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah. We bought a watch winder for my automatic watches. I have those mechanical automatic watches. So we bought an auto watch winder for them. And then we have some clothes. Of course. Christmas isn't Christmas without some socks, guys. That's true. But yeah, guys, let me know what everything you've bought. I love to hear what you have to say. Let's check in with the chat real quick. Shout out with You're Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Shout out to It's Timid. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you as well. Shout out to Noftorious. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, hey, I've been meaning to ask, do you have a Discord? I do, but I only have it so I can join other people's Discords. Like, I haven't set up my channel or anything like that. Shout out to Back from the Dead. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, hey, everyone, what's going on? Far Q is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, hello, everyone. Of course, shout out to my beautiful, gorgeous wife. Thank you so much for being here. You are the MVP of my life. Appreciate you. Oh yeah. And she says, and the snow made me sneeze and cough. Yeah. So the Christmas tree we bought is like covered in snow, so it looks like it's covered in snow. It's been snowed on, and as we're unpacking it and loading it, like a lot of that snow is falling off, and I guess it made her cough and sneeze and all that good stuff. So yeah. Shout out to Harry Balzac. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, me, I bought a QLED TV that was on sale. Oh man, a QLED, Samsung QLEDs. Yeah, if you have a bright area, definitely I recommend the QLED. I game in the dark, so I have an OLED, but like our living room is directly in the sunlight, and I've been thinking about upgrading that from an OLED to a QLED because they're so bright. Can't really beat out the brightness of a QLED. All right, guys. So it is our annual. Our annual, I think this is our third or fourth. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth annual food episode. So of course, yours truly is going to be eating while on stream because this is annual, right? So I'm having some leftovers. I got some broccoli, some mashed potatoes and gravy, and of course the beautiful turkey that my mom cooked. So I'm going to be eating that. So this is what you're going to be seeing me eat all day today. So. Yeah, I know that eating on podcast isn't professional, but you know what? This isn't a professional podcast. This one's for fun. And of course, I got my drink. It's just iced tea. It's in my. Let me see if I can show it to you. Oh, hold on, wrong side. That is Peckle Pete's cup. So it is one, but it's a Classic Game Fest. As I go to the Classic Game Fest a lot, so it's my Classic Game Fest cup, and it's holding my tea. Let me take a drink of that. Yeah, I'm very excited for the gaming monitor my wife got me for Christmas. You know, you got a QLED, I got a gaming monitor, and I'm very excited because now I will have matching monitors instead of not matching monitors. So I'm very excited for that. And by the way, if anybody, I hope I don't miss it up when somebody joins. And let's see, my beautiful wife is asking Mr. Harry, what QLED did you buy? Yeah, which one? Let us know. I want to know, so I'm going to start off with some mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. Shout out to Notorious. Access put into Food Channel confirmed. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man, I would love to have if I got a show on the Food Channel. Oh, man, I don't know what it would be. You know, it's like, oh, foods Axel is allergic to, or like, I don't know. Foods that give Alex diarrhea. I have a sensitive stomach. Yeah. So, yeah. I just want to point out that broccoli is my favorite vegetable. What is your favorite vegetable in the chat, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Only Thanksgiving episode. Yeah, every Black Friday we do this. All right. So today's topic is going to be the full gaming course. We're going to start off with an appetizer, a gaming appetizer. Then we're going to move on to the main course, the gaming main course. And then, you know, you're going to follow up the main course with a dessert. What is the dessert? You know, what is the sweetness? So the appetizer, this is the game that gets you going. Right, the one that's you know, you're there, you're hungry, you're ready to eat, but you know it's not main course material. So I asked my panel to give me some that we're gonna do some indie games for the appetizer. The main course. This is the game that is like the main deal. Like this is the most immersive game you've played or have ever played or currently played. It is a game that just draws you in, right? And then, of course, for dessert is going to be your go-to game. Like we all have that game that just continuously draws us in. No matter what other game we're playing, we always got to go back to it. So that one is our go-to game, you know, because the dessert is a go-to. Like most everybody orders the same thing for dessert, either chocolate or lemon or something, right? So that is going to be our gaming full course meal. And we're going to start it off with my gaming. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I can do this. With my appetizer. So my indie game that I'm going to talk about right now is Balatro. Do I like this layout? Let me see. Do I want this layout instead? This one maybe? Sorry guys, I'm playing with it. You know what? I guess I'll just stick with this one. Why not? All right. So my appetizer, my indie game appetizer is Balatro. Now I know what you guys are saying. This is the card game, but guys, the addiction level of this card game is crazy high. It is a roguelike poker game. And it has joker slots and different things you can buy at the end of every one to just make your hands better or worse, depending on how you do it, right? And of course, it's available on everything: Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo Switch, your phone. And it is that dang good, guys. Balatro is my indie game. This is my appetizer. When I'm playing a game, this is the one I take with me. Because I start off with this game usually, just cause it's addicting. I would compare the addiction level of Balatro to Vampire Survivors. If you guys have played Vampire Survivors, you know what I'm talking about. Right? Guys, let me know if anybody has tried out Balatro. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And I'm gonna bite right into this turkey right here. Just oh my god. That's some good turkey. Gotta love it, boys and girls. Gotta love it. Yeah, Balatro is so addictive, guys. Like each deck has a different power up. Like, you know how decks come in certain colors when you buy them. Like some of them are black, some of them are red, some of them are blue, yellow, and so on. So Balatro has some of those decks on there, and each one has a different power up. Like, oh, this one gets an extra hand. This one loses a discard. This one doesn't start with any face cards, like no king, queens, any of that thing. And you got to go through it. Oh, this one lets you have an extra joker slot. The jokers are what basically powers you up. And it is such a good game. I cannot get over how good this game is. It is much more involved than you'd like to think, guys. I 100% recommend Balatro. Let me take another bite of this incredible food right here. Now, my good buddy Doggy's not here, but he did send me his picks, what game he would pick if he was here. And the game he picked is called Dungeons of Hinterberg. Hinterberg? How do you say this? Dungeons of Hinterberg. There we go. Yeah. So Dungeons of Hinterberg is what Doggy would pick, and I have no idea what he would pick this. I know that this game is on Game Pass, and that's how he played it. But he talked very highly of this game. He said I should play it, and usually that means it's pretty good. So this guy knows what he's doing, and this game is about 20 hours long. Sorry, 12 hours long. So, yeah. I have no idea, but the art style looks cool. I haven't seen any combat, so maybe the game is all about exploration. I don't know. But this is the one Doggy would pick. We'll see. We'll see. Terry says he bought a $180 43-inch QLED to go beside his monitor. Oh, okay. So you're going to use it for gaming. That's even better. That is even better, guys. Even better. Yeah. So let's see. So that is what Doggy would pick. Now, Death Dealer is supposed to join me sometime soonish. Supposed to. I mean, if she does, great. If she doesn't, it's all good. Like I said, this isn't a professional podcast, guys. This is for fun. Yeah. So, and feel free to ask any questions in the chat, guys. I'd love to interact with you guys. Because, of course, you guys, the chat, are the real MVP. I wouldn't do this show if it wasn't for you guys, the chat. And I appreciate each and every one of you that comes out here every time to watch me podcast. Oh. Sorry, guys. This is just so good. And I'm hungry. All right. So again, my appetizer is Balatro. Doggy's appetizer is Dungeons of Hinterberg. Let's move on to the main course. Now, this is the game that immersed me the most, the one that like took me out of everything, the one that I didn't want to put down. And that game, I played this game straight for 4 months and didn't play anything else. And that game is none other than Elden Ring. I love my Souls-likes. You guys know I love my Souls-likes. Elden Ring is such a good game. I cannot get over how good this game is. Like, the way it tells the lore, the way it's basically just make your way to the next boss, survive, or die, whichever way you want to do it. It's just crazy how good this game is. And creepy. Like, the environments they built in this game is so insanely creepy. It's insane. I just cannot ever get over this game. It has left such an impression. When I was done playing Elden Ring, the first time I finished it, I sat there and I said, that's the best game I've ever played in my life. Like, that is how good it is. Like, it's hard to describe what Elden Ring is. I mean, it is such an immersive game. Like, if you think, it has, like, you can make a guy's stats whatever you want. You can mess with him as much as you want. He does everything you need him to do, and it's just, I don't know how else to describe this game other than the best game ever made, because it is so drawn in. The world of the lands between is so good. The bosses are so rewarding in the way that they are. Like, yeah, you can die a lot, right? Because it's a Souls-like. So you are going to die a lot. But when you finally figure out the boss, the pattern of the boss, it brings me back to like the old days of when I used to play back, on the NES or the Sega Genesis. You had to memorize a lot of stuff to beat bosses because they were ruthless. And I feel that this game is just that. Like, it's not overly difficult. You can beat this boss whichever way you want. If you want to be a sword wielder, if you want to be a magician, if you want to be a ranged person, however you want to beat the boss, it lets you. And that's what makes it so cool to me. Elden Ring to me is probably the best full course game I've ever played. And I mean, it was up against some high competition. So yeah, this is, to me, the full course of my gaming meal is none other than Elden Ring. Let me hit pause on some of this stuff, guys, because I can tell it's trying to load. Shout out to CougarMan69. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP, and thank you for your subscription. I saw that last week. Appreciate it. So today it's our eating episode. So This is Daniel. I eat on stream on Black Fridays. So you're just gonna be watching me stuffing my face for a lot of the show. Sorry. Let's see. Nuftoria says Elden Ring would be my main course as well. I have New Game Plus 8 character. I've made a bunch of videos for the game. I still come back to it a couple of times each year. Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm talking about, Neftorious. Yeah. Yeah, the New Game Plus 8. Wow, I'm only like New Game Plus 3 because I want to play other games. But Elden Ring was hard to put down because it's so much fun. So much fun. Finger looking good. Oh my gosh. Wow, this guy's playing the distance game? Okay. I didn't do that. I went full all in. I don't even know what he's sitting there with. He's doing like magic. I never used any magic. I was not a magic user in Elden Ring. I was basically a Chad. I don't know if you know what that is, the Chad build. I was just like full all power dex as I wanted to move fast. Just strength and dex. That's all I wanted. So yeah. Shout out to Wacko Games. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I'm 34 hours in Stalker 2. It's a real challenge. Wow, that's cool. I want to start that game, but I heard that they're having dead zone issues. Once I hear that the dead zone has been resolved, I'm going to play it. And controller dead zones, right? Not like a game dead zone. Shout out to Mav. Fun speculation. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Thank you so much for checking this out, Mav. Yeah, it means the world. Thank you. Shout out to my buddy, Dreadful. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP, Dread. Hey, man, get some rest. Get some rest, man. Yeah, I know you've had a very tiring day. So, yeah, a very tiring week. Yeah. Neftorious, you can blast through New Game Plus pretty quickly. I don't want to, though. That's just the thing. Like, while I probably could, I don't think I would want to. Like, I still love exploring the lands between. Have you played Shadow of the Erdtree? I haven't yet because I haven't had the free time to get into it, but I will. I will. Yes, yes. And Cougar Man asks, how was your Thanksgiving, Axel and Dread? Oh, my Thanksgiving was great. I was just telling the chat before the show started that we spent it at my mom's house. There was like 20 of us there. Let's see, how many of us were there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. And then 2. And then another one. 12. Okay, there was like 12 15 of us. All right, I exaggerate a little. But still, there was like 15 of us. My mom loved it. You know, my mom loves to host, and she loves it when people go to her house. So, and, you know, shout out to my mom for cooking a delicious bunch of Thanksgiving food. And our Thanksgiving went really well, you know. I watched the Lions win, so that was real fun, as I love the Lions. I don't know about the Cowboys if they won or lost. I know it was when I stopped watching at halftime, and it was a pretty close game. But yeah. So that's how mine was. Yeah. Cougar Man, 15 people. Is there any leftovers? Yeah, there is. I'm actually eating some of it right now. My mom cooks, man. When she knows she's having company, like, you know, it's the typical mom thing. Like, oh, mom, it's only me and another person. She'll cook like for 8 people. And then she'll send you home with all the food, which is what she did. You know, so that is what my mom did. Okay, the Cowboys won. Okay. I like how fun speculation is like, we won. Did you, Mav? Did you? Hey, you know what, guys? I have a question for you guys in the chat. You Cowboys fans? I always like to ask the Cowboys fans if they still believe in Santa Claus. So, Cougar Man, Mav, let me know. Do you believe in Santa Claus? I want to know. I want to know. So yeah, this is my main course. And by the way, my first playthrough, the finish, I did Ronnie's finish. I think it was called like the Moon and Stars or something like that. I forget what it was called. But I did it where I ceded the throne to her to rule. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, Notorious is Canadian. He says, I had that Thanksgiving a month ago, but yeah, it was pretty good. Dang, nice. Awesome. Fun Speculation says, of course he still believes in the Cowboys. Let's see. Sorry. Of course he still believes on Santa Claus. He gets him socks every year. That explains why you're still a Cowboys fan, man. I mean, believing in make-believe characters and you still make believe that the Cowboys are worth cheering for. Oh, so sad. So sad, Mav. Oh, got you good. Yeah, no, I love giving people, Cowboy fans, crap. I live in DFW, home of the Cowboys, right? And oh my God, I'm surrounded by them. I myself am a Broncos fan, so I've had a tough decade since 2015. I've had a tough decade, so I know how the trying times are. But I think we found our man in Bo Nix, man. I think we found our man in Bo Nix. Yeah. Cougar Man says, I don't get any gifts, so there is none. So he doesn't believe in Santa Claus. All right. He did. Santa Claus is dead to him, but the Cowboys are still alive. It's interesting. Interesting dynamic you got there, Cougar Man. Let's see. Shout out to Ventilator. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says, what's up, folks? What's up? Appreciate you being here. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you played Elden Ring, let me know. Notorious, did you get the DLC? The Erdtree DLC? Let me know. All right. So again, Doggy. I almost spat out my food. So Doggy sent me his main course that he's talking about. And right now his main course is none other than Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. And so Doggy's a huge Dragon Quest fan, guys. I don't know if you know, but he has played like every Dragon Quest in existence. And he was very excited about this. He's loving the soundtrack. He's loving the way they redid the story. He said it's so good. He cannot shut up about this game. And Doggy loved this game so much, he already bought it twice. And so, yeah, that Doggy, he bought it twice because he got given a physical version and it didn't work. So he bought it digitally because he wasn't going to wait for that to be resolved. He needed to play. And he's loving it, man. And I'm glad because I actually want to play this game too. It just looks so good. And Doggy's just like, oh, man, it is so good. You need to get it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, man, I do need to get it. I do. So, yeah, I need to get that one. So Doggy's game is Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Let's see. I don't know if Death Dealer's going to make it today. I'm unsure right now. But if she gets on, she can tell you guys about her full course meal. All right. So there we go. Two games out of the way here. Has anybody in the chat played Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake? Let me know in the chat what you think about it. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me see. Fun Speculation says Bo Nix is so good. I know, right? He's won like he's the only Denver Bronco to ever win Rookie of the Year 3 times for 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's great. Niftoria says, yeah, DLC was awesome. Yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait to try it. I cannot wait to buy it. My beautiful wife says, you bought a new game yesterday. Did I buy a new game for me? For me? I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking with you. Hey, thank you so much. I do love that my Nintendo 64. Thank you for noticing, Cougar Man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, Fun Speculation has not played HD 2D Remake, but he says he wants to, as he should. So that's good. And shout out to Silent Cypher from the Xbox International Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, good evening. Good evening, Silent Cypher. Thank you so much. All right, let me take another bite of this and recap what we have. Oh, God, too big. All right. So again, this is the full course gaming meal. And so we started off with an appetizer, an indie game to get you going. Of course, Axel picked none other than Balatro, right? So that is my appetizer game, my appetizer of the meal. My main course game is none other than Elden Ring, going to the lands between and playing Elden Ring, the greatest game probably ever made. I mean, it is so good. I mean, look how beautiful this looks. Oh my God, just watching it makes me want to play again. Cougar Man. This channel's rated PG-13, my man. I can say that. Yeah. And Silent Cypher is asking, what's awesome Thanksgiving leftovers are you eating? I am eating Thanksgiving leftovers. As I showed the chat earlier, I got my leftover turkey, my leftover mashed potatoes and gravy, and broccoli, as broccoli is my favorite vegetable. So yeah, I love me some broccoli, man. Wacko Games Red Dead Redemption 2 was it was going to be between 3 games for my main course. When Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, man, like, to me, that is the game of the year that year. Like, I know that God of War won, but I played both of those games, and Red Dead Redemption was just on a whole nother level. Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, such a good game. Probably the best story ever told in a video game. Arthur Morgan, probably the best. Is he an anti-hero? I would class him as an anti-hero, right? So, yeah, and then that ending, oh my gosh. I almost cried when my stallion died. Funny story on Red Dead Redemption. I was running around and my horse died like outside of a city. Some guy just killed one of my horses. I was so mad because I took a long time to get that horse where he needed to be. And I basically went like on a tirade. I shot everything up. I shot everything I could see. Nobody was safe from the wrath. So yeah. Yeah, guys, let me know. What would be the main course for you guys? I'd love to hear what you guys, the chat, have to say. Oh. Silent Cypher says, oh man, I feel like Balatro is probably my main course this year. Now, it's so good. It's so good, right? The addiction level of Balatro is through the roof. I cannot get over how addictive this game is. Like, it is basically poker with random number generation. It is the roguelike poker game. It is so good. It is so good. So yeah. Cougar Man, you need an R-rated channel. Oh no. I don't do good, man. I don't know, like we all use our strengths, and my strength is not R-rated. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into a channel where I would be put at a risk to insulting anybody, as that's not the person I want to be. That's just me, right? That's just not the person I want to be. It's easy to be that person, of course. And of course, I will make mistakes in life. I will insult somebody sometime. I mean, I'm not perfect, right? But it's not the person I want to be. But yeah. Shout out to my beautiful mom. Here she is, the lady that cooked this food that I'm eating right here. Thank you so much for the turkey, Mom. Love you. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Cougar Man says, if we're talking about games, then Resident Evil franchise is the main course for me. Oh, okay. So not a Resident Evil, but the franchise, huh? I mean, can't really go wrong. I mean, they're up to what, 8 or 9 games? 8 games? Mainline games. Okay, I'm talking mainline games. I know there's more Resident Evil games, but mainline games. I mean, it is so you can't do anything without that Resident Evil. That's all I'm saying. It pushed the horror genre of video games forward in such a good way. So yeah. All right, let's move on to the dessert. Now, the dessert game. This is your go-to game. This is the game that just draws you back in every now and again, or once a week or something that you just can't put down. Even though you're having fun playing all other games, the dessert game is kind of like your guilty pleasure, if you will, because dessert sometimes, if you're on a diet, dessert's your guilty pleasure, stuff like that. So that's what we're talking about, dessert. So for me, dessert has been replaced this year. So previously, if I would have done this maybe a year ago, Halo Wars 2 was going to be my guilty pleasure, but not this year. This year, my guilty pleasure is Diablo 4. Holy crap. Did they fix a lot of stuff? So Diablo 4, I thought it was good. Like, the story was great, but the end game wasn't fantastic. But now, since Vessel of Hatred launched, the end game stuff is so addicting. I play this game like right before I go to sleep every day. So yeah, that is my dessert game is Diablo, because like I'll get on and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do one pit run, or like, okay, I'm just gonna beat one world boss, or I'm only gonna do like something. I have to do something. Right now, I'm not like overly addicted to this game. Like, I'm not one of those people that plays this game for 10 hours a day, but I probably could. As I'm going to be playing this game later tonight, as it is also my go-to multiplayer game. This is the game I love playing with my friends. This is my guilty pleasure. Not only that, I love playing with my friends. I love doing co-op games, and this game is just going to be. It's just so great. The DLC is fantastic. I love the way the DLC ended on a. This is the first time I think in a Diablo game where the DLC has ended where you don't actually kill the main villain. You only stop him from doing what he's doing for now, and I love that. I love that there was like no closure. They left that window open probably for another DLC later on, and I'm like, yes, I need more Diablo. I don't know, guys. Like, right now I'm grinding for gear. I'm grinding up my Paragon levels. Shout out to this person here who's playing I think it's a hunter or something like that. Whatever this class is, the range class. And but I am playing a necro. And my necro right now is like a glass cannon. That's the best way I can describe my necro. He's a glass cannon. He will do lots of damage. I have all my minions out there. And my minions do a really good job of stopping all the bad guys from getting to me. But if a bad guy gets to me, like, it doesn't matter which bad guy it is, because I'm on pretty high difficulty. If any bad guy gets to me and like touches me with their with their fingernail or whatever it is, my guy dies. He's just like, and I died. Like, I get deleted. I don't have chances to use potions or anything like that because I went full glass cannon. It's the way I love playing. I don't know. I think it's funny and hilarious because my friends, they put stats into the defense and stuff, right? So they have survivability, but it takes them a while to kill the bad guys. Me, I get in there and all the bad guys, they just die, especially bosses. Bosses will last maybe 3 seconds against me at the difficulty level I'm at. But if like they throw a massive horde at me and my minions can't stop them all, or I get caught by a spell or something, I die instantly. And it's just so much fun. I don't know. Like it adds that whole little dodge mechanic. So I put a lot of gear on that lets me dodge a lot. So yeah, it's fun. I love it. And I love that like some dungeons are hidden behind side quest. I love that they added like a horde mode to it where you do waves of bad guys getting stronger and better and all that good stuff. So I'm loving Diablo right now as my guilty pleasure. So yeah. Let's see. Notorious says his guilty pleasure, his dessert would have to be a multiplayer co-op, something like Helldivers, Diablo, or Call of Duty. Oh man, I want to play Helldivers so bad, but I want to have like a crew. How many people do you get to go with in Helldivers? Is it like 3-player co-op, 2-player co-op? Like what makes up the full squad? How many people make up the full squad? Notorious, please let me know so I know if I can add this to our gaming rotation. Yeah, so you see this guy right here. This is Mephisto. Yeah. All right, he says 4-player co-op. Okay, perfect. Me and my friends are going to try to play Helldivers for democracy. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, Helldivers 2. My nephew got it, and he wouldn't stop talking about it for a while. So it is one of those guilty pleasures, I'm sure. I saw that Helldivers 2 was on sale for Black Friday, and I almost bought it. This close. Came this close, but once I saw Fires of Rubicon, me being a huge From Software fan, I had to get Fires of Rubicon. So yeah. Great save. Guys, let me know in the chat what your guilty pleasure is, your go-to. What is that game that you just you start always playing other games, or once you finish a single player game or whatever, that you just go back to? Like, this is the game that you play between other games, or that you somehow add to your gaming cycle. Let me know what that dessert is for you. What that sweet gaming dessert is. All right, so for my buddy Doggy, give me a second here. For my buddy Doggy, his dessert is none other than Mortal Kombat 1. He always goes back to this game. That is 100% true. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. He always goes back to this game. He always goes back to Mortal Kombat, man. He talks about it all the time, every week. Doesn't matter what he's played. He makes one time every week to play this game because it's his dessert. It's his guilty pleasure. It's his go-to. And he loves this Mortal Kombat, man. Doggy has loved every Mortal Kombat, but he loves this one a lot. So this is his guilty pleasure. I'm 100% sure of it. So yeah, that is his guilty pleasure game. Now, I suck at fighting games personally, so I don't put it into games that I can't even do it like I'll be lucky if I do a 5-hit combo. So yeah, I'll be lucky if I do a 5-hit combo in a fighting game. So I can't do it. So shout out to my buddy Doggy for having that hand-eye coordination and timing to do this. So yeah. Shout out to Sin. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says, hello, folks and fellow graybeards. What's going on? What's going on? You're cooling that turkey leg, aren't you? Yeah. I got some food stuck between my teeth. I apologize, guys. Oh my gosh. It's really stuck. There we go. Got it. Okay. So yeah. So every year after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, we do a eating episode where we eat on stream. Of course, Doggy is out and about supporting his daughter at a parade. So, she's doing a parade, some sort of Christmas tree lighting or something like that. And so shout out to him. That's more important than anything, is supporting your children when you're an adult. So no hurt there to Doggy. I think Death Dealer is being an elf. I don't know if she's been an undead elf or just an elf. But yeah, she went back. She's doing that, and she said she would call in if she can. But if she's busy, then she can't call in. So we'll see if we hear from her here in a few minutes. Let's see. So Wacko Game says Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are his desserts. Are his go-to games. Oh man, I can't go wrong with any of those. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, and then GTA 5 Online. By the way, have you done GTA 5 RP? I think the people that do GTA 5 RP are so funny. Oh my gosh, they really get into their characters. It's really fun. Let me know, Wacko Games. Let me know. Notorious asks, do you mostly play games on Xbox? Xbox is my go-to console, but I have them all, as you can see. I got everything, man. So I will buy the game where it's the best deal. That's just the way I am. And like if I really want a game, wait for a game to come to Xbox, then I'll wait. But I'll usually only wait if I'm playing something else during that wait time. But eventually my patience runs out and I just buy it wherever else it is. So yeah. But yeah, I play it all, man. I even have VR up there, and I play classic games and I play new games. I just play games, man. And of course, I also play on my phone. I mean, like, phone games. I just love games. I just love games. Hence why my show is called Iconic Video Games, because I play on everything. I don't just call it Iconic Video Games on Xbox or something like that. It's yeah. I play it everywhere. And gaming is about having fun. I know that we console war and it's funny and entertaining to some people, but at the end of the day, I want to celebrate games. Because I can't compete against these console warring channels. Trust me, I can't. No way could I compete against those channels. They are the people that can do them. Shout out to them. They're very entertaining, but I could never do it. Let's see. Harry Balzac says, I always go back to Minecraft and if I run out of games. I have a city I've been building for 10 years. Holy crap. 10 years. Oh man, you gotta upload a screenshot of it or something. I'd love to see it, man. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter at Axel1324. But tag me on it, man. I would love to see it. My username, just like this, at Axel1324 on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, right? Tag me, Harry. I want to see this city that you've been building for 10 years. That's awesome. That is awesome and impressive. That is so cool. Minecraft, the survival game is one thing, but then the building aspect, that takes some dedication. I'd be like, oh yeah, I've been building a house for 10 years. Over here, I've been building a city. A city. My God, man, a city. That's so cool. That is so cool. So yeah. Let's see. That's it. My guilty pleasure is Midway Arcade Classics. Oh, which one? Which one's your favorite, man? Let's see. If I could pick a guilty pleasure from Midway Arcades, I'm gonna go with Hydro Thunder or one of the shoot 'em ups. Did Midway do 1940 something? 1942? I think they did. But one of the shmups. I love my shoot 'em ups, man. I love them. I think they're a great challenge. I think they're fun, and I take them very serious, more serious than I should. So yeah, definitely let me know. Let me know. I love to hear. So shout out to Ventilator. He says this is the way. Oh, I think you're talking about me celebrating video games and just playing on everything. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want a game, man. I just want a game. Do I have a preferred platform? Of course I do. But am I going to let that stop me from playing games? Of course I'm not, because I'm just a gamer. And unfortunately, the best thing about being an adult gamer versus being a young gamer or a teenage gamer is that, with adult money, I could buy all the things I ever wanted to buy as a kid. That's all I got to say. Not everybody got all these when they were younger, but I don't have that issue as an adult. If I don't have a console as an adult, it's because I'm choosing not to have that console, not because I can't afford it. So yeah, with adult money comes amazing childhood, I guess. Shout out to Minay. He says Boom was supposed to have a show today, but I guess he bailed. Oh, was he? Huh. I haven't been on Twitter all day as I've been very busy with Black Friday and other stuff. So I didn't see that he announced anything today. And shout out to Boomstick. Oh, man, what a great guy. What a great guy. I know that he does his Christmas giveaway every now and again to people who have given him super chats and stuff. So shout out to him for also giving back to his chat. As you know, as I said, I wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat, and that's why you guys, the chat, are the real MVP to the iconic video game. So I'm sure that Boom or everybody else, anybody else, really appreciates you guys whenever you are around there. So shout out to you guys who take the time out of your day to listen to us. You guys are the best. You're the real MVP. Let's see. Nuptoya says, yeah, I play on everything as well. I was just wondering because I just picked up an Xbox for the first time in many years just the other day. Oh, man. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, buddy. I picked up a PlayStation 4 like around the end of the Xbox One era, and I love it. I love it because of the games. Now, I hate the PlayStation controller. I'm just going to be real honest. I think the PlayStation controller is the worst controller I have ever held in my hand in my life, and how they haven't made any great changes to it is beyond me. But that aside, you can't deny the product, the games. So yeah, can't really deny that. So yeah. Let's see. Mine says my gaming library is 100% on Xbox. Oh, that's cool, man. An Xbox only gamer. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Hey, you know what, man? If it fills your gaming needs, that's all you need. That's all you need. Nothing wrong with that, man. If any of these consoles speaks to you 100%, and you don't feel like you're missing out, nothing wrong with that, man. Go for it. Let's see. Sensei, I always hit up some Smash TV, Marvel Madness, and Spy Hunter when in the Midway Arcade classes. Oh, man. I watched a video of Smash TV. I never played it, but I watched some videos of Smash TV, and it looks fun. It looks fun. It looks like a like a rogue-like twin stick shooter back in the day. Oh god. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So there you guys have it. That is my complete gaming meal. Balatro is my appetizer, my indie game appetizer that I highly recommend to everybody. Elden Ring is my main course, as when I played it, I was just so enthralled. Could not get enough of it. Did the new game plus. I mean, it is such a great game, so feature rich. It's amazing. And my guilty pleasure, the one I always find time for, at least once a week, is none other than Diablo. So that is my gaming meal. Let me know what you guys think of my gaming meal. How would you rate it? What would you change? Let me know what yours are. For my buddy Doggy, his appetizer. Whoops, hold on. I hit the wrong button. There we go. His appetizer is Dungeons of Hinterberg. There's the indie game he's recommended people if they have to whet their appetite. His main course is none other than Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Can't really go wrong with that one. I think that one looks great. I think it looks great. And then his guilty pleasure that he always finds time for is none other than Mortal Kombat 1. Shout out to my buddy Doggy. All right, so Death Dealer did not make it, so I am just going to go over her meal. Now, Death Dealer plays very different games than I play, so I apologize if I butcher any of this, Death Dealer. So, her appetizer is a game, oh my gosh, with a long title, RetroRealms Ash versus Evil Dead. So it's this indie game. It looks like a hack and slash platformer. It looks really fun, if I'm being honest with you. Very gory. If you know Death Dealer, you know she loves her horror franchises. You know that? Right, Pink Pickles? Shout out to Pink Pickles. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. So yeah, shout out to her. And yeah, she loves her horror aspect. So I don't know anything about this game. I didn't even know it existed, which is another reason why I love having Death Dealer, because she always pulls up something that I just would never pay attention to, because she would. And so that's why I love Miss Death Dealer. She's great. And so she's over here doing this one. This is her indie appetizer. Her main course right now, she said, is Dead Island 2. This is the game that just drew her in. She waited like 10 years for the sequel, and when it came out, she was all in on it. And if you've heard Miss Death Dealer talk about it, it's just more great more great Dead Island. And I don't know if it's still on Game Pass, but yeah. And, it was very polished when it came out, from what I understand. And I mean, look at the animations. It's so great. Oh, the gore. 100% Death Dealer right there. 100% Death Dealer. And Death Dealer's guilty pleasure, her dessert, is none other than Dead Island 1 Riptide. She goes back to this game all the time. As a matter of fact, I mean, if she finds any game to make time for during the week, like let's just pretend she has the busiest week of her life, this is the game she turns on, because she's going to play it. She loves her Dead Island franchises, and Riptide is really hers. Like, she plays this game so much, she could probably play eyes closed. Just being honest with you, because she's gone back to this game for a decade. If that's not a dessert game, if that's not a guilty pleasure game, I don't know what is, guys. It 100% fits the definition of a dessert game. So yeah, shout out to the amazing Death Dealer, who is busy today, but thank you so much for sending me your pics. I appreciate it. So I can tell our wonderful chat. Appreciate it. Let's see. Ever tried Path of Exile? I never played it much, but Path of Exile 2 looks amazing. I have played Path of Exile. As a matter of fact, Noof Nukem ended up getting the indie developer Path of Exile on Good Morning Xbox. That developer was so kind that he gave me a free copy of it to check it out the week before, and it plays good. It plays real good. Like I told him, what's the overall story of Path of Exile, having not been through it? And maybe he didn't want to tell me. He's like, I really don't know. There's just a bunch of little stories in it. And I go, oh, okay. Like what's the overarching story about it? But yeah, Path of Exile, great action RPG. And the fact that they supported it nonstop for, maybe 10 years as well. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. 100% recommended. And I am excited for Path of Exile too. And shout out to Noob for being able to have that developer on his on Good Morning Xbox back when he ran it. Of course, shout out to Noob as well, because he let me take the reins on Good Morning Xbox. And shout out to that developer for hooking me up with a copy. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, cool story, right? Cool. All right, guys. But yeah, that is the gaming meal, guys. Push that aside. Let me wet my palate here a little. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for watching me eat a turkey for the last hour and just talk to you about what would make my gaming meal, my appetizer game, Balatro, my main course, Elden Ring, and my dessert game, Diablo. Thank you all guys so much. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Iconic Video Games podcast. And of course, I love doing this episode. I look forward to this eating episode every year. So shout out to you guys as well for being here, because I wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to any of the games here on the Iconic Video Games channel. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you. Bye, everybody.